What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of First Eps. We've had to move indoors for this one. A little bit of a change of scenery, but we're here doing it. We watched the first episode of I Know What You Did Last Summer, the new Amazon Prime Video series. We're going to talk all about the first episode. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps. Yes, everybody, we are back. It looks a little differently. We've since moved from First Step Central into a new locale.
Yep.
A new, undisclosed, but it is probably the new First Step Central inside now that the weather is changing. So, you don't get to hear the crickets or the sirens.
Yep, or the neighbors moving the garbage cans.
Yeah, but you get to hear
our dulcet tones.
And hopefully not too echoey until we get the studio up and running.
Yeah,
but
I was told I need to get a little closer to the mic sometimes, but not too close because then it scares the viewers at home.
Exactly. And by viewers, he means listeners. But either way,
we had some complaints last time from the viewers. I mean listeners.
Yes, but we're keeping the spooky season October theme chugging along.
Oof, is this month ever going to end? I don't think so. I don't want it to.
Yeah, exactly. We're about halfway through.
We got some good bad vibes.
We got some good bad vibes.
Good bad vibes. Yeah.
And so we're keeping that going. We watched I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Not the movie.
Yep. We probably should have watched the movie prior
to catch back up.
Yeah. We watched. It's a new show. It just came out on Amazon.
Yep.
I keep calling it Amazon Prime Video. Does that make me sound like I'm 100 years old? I guess it's just like
Probably.
Prime Video. On the Amazon Prime Video.
On that Amazon Prime Video. Hey Alexa. Oh,
they call it.
She's gonna talk to us.
They call it streaming. So yeah, we watched that. What have we watched anything else like?
Winx, was that on the Amazon Prime
Well,
Video?
no, I mean lately. My question was going to be: have we watched anything else horror lately? And you just went Winx, which is also on Netflix, by the way.
Horror.
Oh, we've been watching The House, The Haunting of Hill House.
Yep.
You've never seen that?
I have not seen that. Yep, that's been good. Almost done with that one.
And then I'm sure you're probably watching a bunch of like ghost adventures or whatever.
The docu series I love to watch still on Discovery Plus, Amazon. Oh, not Amazon Prime because I don't have that.
Amazon Prime Video.
Netflix has a couple of good ones that have come out too.
Oh yeah,
so I've been watching some of those.
You try to make me watch that one, Haunted.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I don't think you're a fan of haunted shows.
I don't remember what happened. Did I fall asleep?
Probably.
All right.
Yeah. And then I left because it got awkward.
It did. Just wake up.
I'm just gonna ghost.
Literally. So yeah, let's talk about this new show. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Okay. Already, I believe it is the longest show title that we've discussed.
Oof, it felt like it. Well,
yeah. Wow. I just mean the title.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But it's gonna make it hard for like the whole like.
When you're putting things together,
the title of the episode together on YouTube and the Spotify.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking, and it's going to force us to have like a very pithy tagline.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with a pithy tagline,
like super short, sort of bam, right to the point. Right.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
But let's talk about the show.
Yeah,
as always, there will be spoilers for the first episode. Okay. We won't get into all the juicy deets, but.
How could we?
Yeah, there's gonna be
twists and turns.
Lots of twists and turns. So we start off immediately. It just says, we get a title card, and then there's we're inside of a cave with like an ocean water.
Yep.
We get a dope drone shot.
Yep.
And it's just flying above this girl looking out at the ocean.
Oh, she's so gloomy too.
And she's very
got that shirt that's down over here.
Down.
Let's
see it.
So she's doing this, she's like this with her arm out, her shoulder exposed, and she's just looking gloomily.
Yeah, nailed it.
Right?
King of impressions right here.
There you go. Yep. So
this is where our discussion came in, like, where the heck are they? She's got a Michigan University shirt on. She's looking at the ocean. You're like, it's got to be California.
I thought so.
Come to find out, it's Hawaii.
Yep.
And so, yeah, this, we learn, is our main character, Allison. She And then we just see her driving through Hawaii with this voiceover, just kind of talking about how sad she is.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed.
Yeah.
I didn't really listen to it. There was a lot. We were all talking over it at this point.
Well, you're being kind. It wasn't just we. It was really just me and your wife who were talking.
So
So you didn't hear much about the first 5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah, I'm going to assume that she was just being sad because that's what she did this entire episode.
She did.
Next up, we see she receives a text and it's got a clown face.
Yeah,
and it
always
just says
scary.
3 letters.
Yep. OMG.
Nope, not those 3 letters. It said, I see you.
That's it. Yep.
And she, just waves it away.
Yeah.
Almost hits a dog in the process. She's driving her car.
Right.
But everybody, leash your dogs. Just don't have them
my
all
gosh.
running willy-nilly.
The dog was almost hit, and then the person, the owner, you hear him like,
Come on.
Poopy, come on over. It's like you wouldn't be a little more concerned that your dog almost got hit?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we meet another character. Mm-hmm. This is where you kind of started to pay attention when the hot dad comes on screen.
That's right.
Immediately got your attention. Like, well, who is this handsome gentleman?
You just see like muscles through a thin T-shirt, and I was instantly back in the scene again.
Yeah, like a nice 90s hairdo.
Yeah, totally 90s. Yeah, they really. I wasn't sure if that was like a throwback to the original TV show or the movie. Mm-hmm. Like kind of giving us that fashion. In fact, he could have been one of the heroes or heroines from that movie.
Yeah, exactly. So we just we learn. Well, I think so. Again, there's a little bit of talking, but she's coming back from college.
Right, first day back.
Yep. Back to Hawaii, and then she goes. We're just kind of following her around. She goes in her room, and then a rockabilly gladiator housekeeper just bursts in the room.
That's right. I forgot about her. Yeah.
So
she reminded me of that. What was her name again? The woman from Third Rock from the Sun.
The big lady.
Yeah, like the tall one. Yeah.
I don't remember
She had the same vibe. She was really tall, blonde hair.
She was a giant.
Yeah, with a vacuum cleaner, kind of like. Remember when Marge played with a vacuum in that one Simpsons game? Like I imagine this lady running around the Simpsons game with just whacking people with the vacuum cleaner. But she was in it for 2 seconds and she was gone for the whole episode.
Exactly. But I'm assuming like we're getting this is like one of those don't trust anybody shows where we're gonna get a ton of characters. Okay. Which we definitely got a ton of fucking characters.
Yep.
And some of them are gonna be like garbage characters.
Right. Okay.
So gladiator housekeeper leaves.
Bam.
Allison opens her closet door. Written in the mirror, I know what you did last summer. Blood dripping from everywhere. From a dead something. We don't know.
Yeah, we just see hair.
And then we go, then it goes, last summer.
That's it.
And that's when we jump. We do a jump to last summer. Because it's funny because it was like, I know what you did last summer. And then it's like, last summer. So it's like, they're going to tell us.
Yep, and she just got back from school, so this is the next summer. So I just figured that out too, so what summer it was. She just came back from Michigan, we're assuming. So now last summer is when this all happened.
Yeah.
So that made the flashback.
Thank God there's and it's got to be hard too, like in Hawaii where it's kind of like it's summer year round.
I think
we just really never know when summer is going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if it's summer or not.
Like in the movie, wasn't it in like some sort of like, I don't remember where it was in the movie because they get them all confused.
I do think that one was in New England. I
kind
of remember that. Too,
but then I was like, maybe I'm thinking of the Urban Legends movie, which I think was also some sort of fishing town. Do you remember that? Because wasn't there like a hook thing, or was that I Know What You Did Last Summer?
I think it's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
We're going to figure it out.
Okay, I thought it was on a boat.
You're right,
and,
it was on a boat.
Gets caught on there at one point in the fishing majig.
Yeah. The fishing majig. Yeah. See, and they have seasons there. So it's a little easier to know like what season it was. Like, I Know What You Did Last... Well, it's summer. Just look out. This one is like, I Know What You Did Last Summer, but it's always summer.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean,
it's tricky.
Yeah.
You're going to have to look at a calendar for this one.
Right, yeah.
But enough of that, about that. So, we go to last summer. It starts off at a party.
Now, this is this is a part of the series we've been seeing where there's a lot of these very, just rocking parties. We got glow sticks, we got dancing, choreographed dance moves. The kids are doing things for TikTok.
This was,
amazing. Like, I wanted to be part of it,
I don't know. I kept saying, what the fuck, the entire time. Because then, one of the first shots, 8 minutes into the show, we get full frontal dong
I forgot about that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For no reason other than to just have it. Just, like, it was a weird choice.
It
like,
was
all
a
of a sudden,
weird
there's
choice.
just like a dude just swinging his dick around, peeing into the pool or something.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. That wasn't necessary. I guess they're showing us this isn't your kids. I know what you did last summer.
Yeah. And then we find out the parents are there too.
And then the parents are there. Like, so there's like dudes with their dicks out. And then like the parents are like the dad walks up.
Yeah. It's like because
the dad walks up with the Allison, who's I guess a year younger here, and we find out it's a grad party.
Yeah. Yep.
So we then meet another main character,
Lennon,
which we see is Allison's twin sister.
Yep.
It got really confusing here because they didn't really explain it.
Nope.
And we're like, wait, who's that? Is that girl?
Yeah.
Is this girl?
Yeah. I thought it was like her seeing herself like a year earlier in the beginning.
It was very confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, twins confuse me in general.
Totally. We've got friends who are twins,
Yeah.
and they don't live in the same town.
They trick us constantly.
Exactly. One flies in from New York, one flies back, one works at the library the one day, even though she doesn't really work there, and we're like, wait a minute, what are you doing here? So it is confusing.
Exactly. Yeah. They're constantly just pretending to be each other.
Yeah.
So that was where it got weird.
Yeah.
Now, the party was already weird.
Oh, absolutely.
But this part it kind of got weird for like everybody's just watching because then I'm like, okay, now we're meeting all these extra characters on top. I'm still trying to process this twin thing.
Yep.
But then we meet Riley and Margot and
was Margot one of the dancing girls?
Johnny and Dylan. So let's go through them.
Okay, good.
Someone walks up. She's like, "You got my cereal." She's like, I got your cereal, extra strength, prescription strength, baby.
She was the dealer. She had some cool stuff, super cool girl.
Yeah.
She was cool too because she had like little like diamonds on her faces, and that's when you there. Like,
so that was Riley.
Okay.
And the girl buying the drugs was Lennon, the twin sister.
Yep. And she wanted some prescription strength, which we deduced was ketamine.
Ketamine, yeah, it's like a nasal spray.
Yeah, I gotta
Kids
do
these
it.
days they'll think of anything.
Ooh, yeah.
And then the other girl's like, hurry up, I gotta go to the bounce house. And I'm like, what party is this?
Oh, yeah.
So not only do they see like they're at the bounce house, then then there's like they're doing this weird choreographed dance. And everybody's like cheering them. And I'm like, what?
Is that what people do these days?
I need to know if I need to go to a high school party. You think I could go to a high school party right
absolutely.
now?
Yeah.
First, let's fly to Hawaii.
And go to a high school party.
We
have to make sure that we're, get into character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this is also where I realized that like all these people are they're just kind of awful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like none of them really had any redeeming characters.
No, I didn't like anybody in this entire show.
And then like they're having the two of them, Riley and Dylan are having a conversation.
Yeah.
About like she's like, oh, that's why you never kill and fuck, marry, kill, and I'm like, wait, what? Like they play it completely different. I'm like, who are these people? And it wasn't like pick three people and then fuck, marry, kill. They're like, okay, here's one person. What would you do to him?
Fuck, marry, or kill him.
Yeah, that's not how you play the game.
No, that's not. You have to have three people.
Yeah. It's an abomination.
I thought so too.
So they go to play in the bounce house. The Hawaiian version.
Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Our Hawaiian listeners, let us know if that's how you play the game.
Yeah, because that's not how you play it on the this side of it.
It will not stand.
No, we're very passionate about that game here.
So then we go back to see the twins are talking.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out that like there's
a little
some
bonding
beef.
moment. Well, I thought they were bonding first.
Well, first they were bonding,
right?
I guess, yeah.
Like
the
over
girls,
like guys, and just do it.
She's like teaching her. She's really like kind of not even like teaching her. She's more like just kind of pressuring her into like having sex with this guy.
Absolutely, yeah. I was gonna say teaching's not it. I would say yeah. You're 24 years old. You gotta have sex. Maybe not 24.
No, they're just out of high school. I hope they weren't that old.
Whatever they were.
I mean, it's a Hawaiian thing. Maybe it's different there. Maybe they're in a high school in their early 20s.
I mean, I don't know exactly. I've never read that.
Our Hawaiian listeners, let me know how your school works. But yeah, so then they get in an argument about. She's like, "You're always pressuring me into sex and drugs," which she was. Like, it's just not a good girl.
Just take a ketamine bump, girl. It'll be good for you.
And she's like, I don't want to. I love Dylan. And then like she just like runs away.
Yeah.
She didn't really like say that. But the whole thing escalated quickly because then I think she just called her like a slut.
Yeah, you're like, you're a terrible person. All you want to do is do drugs and die.
Mm-hmm. She's like, I hate you.
Yeah. And then she said, mom, right? Or is that later on?
I don't remember.
Okay. She also talked about because her mom.
I tuned out a little bit at some point, so
we
I
found out the mom has died, and
Yes.
that the good daughter, the mopey daughter, thinks mom loves her, but the bad daughter, I forgot their name's Riley, says mom never loved you. Lennon says mom never loved you. Yes. Yes. Thank God you can keep this straight for me and the viewers back home.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Yeah. Okay. Good. It was very confusing if you can't tell already.
Yeah, so then Allison's down on the ocean front on the rock. She's talking to Johnny, who's the other guy.
He seems nice, yeah.
Yeah, he seems nice. He's good friends with Margot. They're like Instagram people.
Yep.
Influencers or whatever.
They were doing part of the dance scene we saw earlier.
Yes, that's how they got their big break in the world.
Really? Is that what they said?
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. So yeah, she's talking to them and we see, she's smoking some cigs.
Oh, yeah.
They're menthol. It's okay.
Exactly.
And then we see the bad sister, Lennon,
yes.
going to hook up with Dylan, the guy that Allison likes.
Yep. And she's
Total betrayal.
Exactly. If she's not going to get with him, then I'm just going to screw her over and do what I want to do and live life.
Yes.
Yep.
And then this part got a little confusing. I mean, it was already kind of confusing, but this part got a little more confusing. When all of a sudden they're like, a cop shows up, but they were there for the party, and then everybody's like, we got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, and then they all ran.
Like, that was weird, right? It was one of their moms. I think it was Margot's mom.
In the bad pants? But they said that she was in bad pants.
I don't know. They said
she like wore the dry vagina pants.
Dry vag cop.
That was it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. So I didn't understand why they all had to bounce, though.
Yeah, they all ran.
So they got out and they go get in the car with Lennon.
Yep. Lennon's just about to leave because she's mad at herself for...
Exactly. And so they all drive off. And, we all kind of know what's going to happen. Anybody that's seen the movie knows what's going to happen here. And,
winding, they're drunk, they're yelling, winding curves. Never good for a teenage driver situation.
No.
One person wants to get a burrito. Two people are saying they want to go party. Another wants to go home.
There's a lot going on.
Exactly. And then...
Boom, boom, boom.
What was that?
What was that?
I think it was a goat.
It was definitely a goat.
It was a goat.
It was probably a goat.
I'm going to go down and check.
But it was a goat.
Yeah.
So
oh my God.
They thought it was a goat.
It's not a goat, guys.
Turns out it's not a goat. And it was
Boom.
Twin sister. Mind blown.
Yeah.
So this was a big change from the movie. The movie was just a stranger.
Yeah, we didn't care about him. It's like, whatever.
No.
Who cares?
And that...
Just a random person.
And that part was kind of... Yes. And that part was more evident now than ever because they followed the same tactic where it's like, okay, it's just some random person. Exactly. Let's just pretend it didn't happen. Not like it's your fucking twin sister that we just ran over with a car.
I thought that too.
What?
I'm like, even though you guys didn't get along, like, come on, you're not even going to try to help her or anything.
Yes.
You're just going to sit there.
So their idea
bizarre. They were all shitty.
Take her to some underwater caves and just dispose of the body there because that's where her mother committed suicide. So, and they'll say, well, she just ran away.
We don't know what happened to her. And at this point in time, what's her name again? It's kind of in shock. Lennon.
Yeah, she's just sitting there. She's like, well, just kind of like going along with everything. And the other four are just
They're
like,
trying to figure out what to do.
We can't go to jail. And I'm like, why the hell would they go to jail?
I don't know why they would go to jail.
It was so strange and so poorly written, this whole part. And it's the crux of the entire show.
I know. It was awful. It was pretty...
I cannot understand it. Maybe it's a Hawaiian thing. If you guys run over family members in Hawaii, just let us know. Maybe it's a thing that you guys do.
Now, I was in Hawaii, remember, about a month and a half ago. And we
brother?
didn't run over, didn't kill my brother, and didn't run anybody over, thankfully, this time. But I did see some caves. So I do know that you probably could do that because there's a lot of that kind of magma caves. There was one where we were sitting in. I think I was telling you about this one.
Yeah.
Putting our feet in kind of like this natural hot tub. But next to that was like this little cavern area where waves would kind of splash out every once in a while. So the ocean did come into that little cave and splash up. But I bet you could put a body down there,
Do you think there had been...
This could have been where the body was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was weird. And on top of this terrible decision and poor writing at the at the center of it all.
Yeah.
They're the worst at committing crimes. So as they're like pulled over on the road, like standing in the road,
What was that?
Dale comes up. He's got his burrito.
Okay, yeah.
He witnesses it.
Yeah. Not the hit, not being hit.
No,
but he
not-
witnesses like the scene. And
Yeah. So that's one thing that was like, okay, this guy. And then they're taking the body to the caves.
Yep.
And they're like, her phone's on. And then they're like, oh, it's okay. They can't read it if it's off
I'll
or
just
whatever.
turn this off. Boop. I'm like, okay.
So, yeah. So that's another thing. I'm like, this is all going to come back to bite him in the ass. I mean, we've all
Totally.
watched these crime shows.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have crime shows in Hawaii.
Or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, it is a different time zone.
That's true.
Yeah. They might not, it might be on like a little bit later than that or earlier and then watch it. Yeah.
But anyways, next thing, they're going to take the dead body to the caves, and there's like a woman watching them, like she's at the
like
caves.
a cave dweller lady.
Like, I don't know if she was going to there to
I
like
thought she
commit
was a ghost,
suicide, or
but-
you just thought she was a ghost.
I did.
It's possible.
I
We
think
don't know.
everybody's
She may just be a ghost. They're switching things up a little bit.
But then again, she wasn't really, I mean, she was kind of disheveled, but not like, homeless disheveled. Just kind of like she was just chilling out by the rock formation for a couple of hours.
Like
I don't know.
Yeah, I
She
don't
didn't
know.
look like a homeless person, did she?
No, she just looked like a normal person. Like, I don't think she was homeless. I think maybe she was either there to like commit suicide herself, or
okay.
like, I don't know. It's just likes that spot to look out at the water.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they did mention that in the cave, somebody makes names of people who have died in or near the cave.
That's true, and that was a weird thing too.
Yeah, which I know is- what?
because they're like, what are all these names? They're like, oh, they're the cult members.
That's her mom.
Do you remember that they're like
Cult members.
They're like,
they
these
said
are the
that?
cult members.
I thought they
I'm
said
like,
occult members.
oh, that's where you got the ghost idea from.
Maybe.
But the biggest thing that I was like, okay, the one girl who is the Instagram person was taking a Instagram story in the car at the time, and during the accident was recording and posted it to Instagram. And then they're like, wait, you posted that? And she was like, I deleted it. She's like, there, I took it down.
Fine,
It's
if you
gone.
guys don't want it on there.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm like, oh my God, just you guys are the worst at this.
I was just thinking,
Call the
it's-
police.
Dude, it's Hawaii. Like, it's just, they just sit around the sun and like have like, Mai Tais all day, right? Like, they don't kill each other. Like, so they don't know what to do. This is not
Exactly.
like, see,
Nope.
like California, this kind of stuff happens all the time in LA. Like, it's a dark
true.
city, but,
Yeah.
Hawaii, right?
They're
It's
too
like,
laid back. They don't know.
Just laid
They don't
back.
know better.
Yeah. It was just supposed to be some ketamine and fun on the beach. I don't know, man.
Yeah, they don't know better. But so they put the body in this
Yep.
cave. They're like, we got to get out of here. The tide's coming in. And they go to leave, and they hear like a noise behind them.
What was that?
So, we look around. No idea of anything.
I think I see something back there.
Yeah. And then we go.
was rats.
Oh yeah, it was rats.
Rats.
But then there was another noise after the rats, even where she like
Okay.
heard like, I don't know, maybe the girl was still alive or whatever.
Yeah, we weren't sure about that either.
So then we go back again to the part where the twins are arguing at the party. So now we're seeing what's happening, and that what is happening is twin mix-up, baby. Spoiler alert.
Oh my God.
This was a big one.
Yeah.
Now, it was one that my wife called like
Yeah.
10 minutes into the show.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too big of a
Yeah.
spoiler. But
yeah.
the girl that they thought they killed was not the right girl. And now it seems that who we thought was Lennon is actually Allison, who is
Yep.
now going to take on the role of Lennon,
Lennon.
her sister, who's the much cooler, more
spirit,
loved by their father,
Yep.
one who's gonna go off to college.
And that was
or
the one that
something.
surprised me because I was thinking, wait, she was the one that supposedly was going to Michigan, right? Even though the other one
Yeah.
seemed like she cared more about grades and studying and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's
But I
true.
guess that wasn't right.
Yeah, I guess supposedly Lennon just slept her way through everything.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Into
Yeah,
college,
yeah.
into getting good grades, everything.
Right. Okay.
So so that was the big spoiler. It's actually Allison who is going to be taking over. I'm assuming for a whole year now is
Yep.
taking on the role of her sister Lennon.
Yep. And then we flash forward.
And then we flash
Yep.
back to
Yeah.
the room, and we see that it is a goat.
Yep.
And so it says, I know what you did last summer.
She screams bloody murder.
Yeah.
Yep. And she has to...
Scene.
Well, no. The cleaning woman comes back in and helps to clean up the blood.
No, she doesn't.
End scene. No.
She does not. We do not see the cleaning lady again. Scene.
Oh, yeah. And cut. Yeah.
And cut.
So that was it.
That was our first episode of I Know What You Did.
It was probably our
summer.
last, too, to be honest with you.
Well, let's leave them hanging.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We'll circle back to our reviews. We gotta leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
Not like they don't already know what we're gonna think about it.
No.
But I wanted to talk about
what
the
we
movie.
did last summer.
Oh yeah, let's talk about what we did last summer.
Okay.
I don't even remember.
I was gonna say I don't know what you did last
really
summer.
Nothing. It was like COVID-19.
Yeah. What else do we have planned besides that? Because we didn't do too much last summer.
Yeah. No, I do want to talk about like the era that these movies, when this movie came out, it was like there were so many of these movies like coming out, and I had to look them up. So Scream was the first that reignited.
Yep, I can see that.
The whole thing.
I saw it in the theaters. Did you?
Yeah.
Yep. It was a good one.
That came out in '96.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that really kind of like brought back this whole high school horror, kind of thriller, whodunit type situation, slasher movie.
Yes, Drew Barrymore in the garage. Remember?
Classic, dude.
Oh, she's trying to call. Oh, she gets smushed up in the garage door and opens on her. Ooh, classic death scene.
Did you see the trailer for the new Scream?
No, is she back?
It actually looks good. No, there's no ghost. I mean, there's ghost face.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But no literal ghost.
Okay.
So, and then I Know What You Did Last Summer came out in '97.
Okay, I also saw this one at the theater and this is when Buffy, what's his name, Ryan Prince Jr.
Yeah,
Ryan
the whole
Phillippe.
crew was in it.
They're all like at the prime of their lives.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Of course, yeah.
Freddie Prinze Jr. Yeah, all of them. It was a great cast. It was a huge cast.
Yep.
And it was all like these high schoolers like doing their thing.
Yeah.
And then
although I don't know if they had parties like this. They were much more the parties we were used to. Just drinking beer kegs.
Well, I don't know if parties like this existed in '97.
No, I don't think so. They were raves in '97.
Yeah. So that was '97. Scream 2 also came out in 1997.
Oh, okay.
And then I Still Know What You Did Last Summer came out in '98.
Did not see that one.
For 3 years, you got like 4 of these movies.
Boom.
That are just just popping in there. Another one that's not entirely similar, but it's still the high school horror thing. Halloween H2O.
Oh, I remember that one. That was a great one.
Came
Josh
out in
Hartnett
'98.
was in that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one came out in '98. That one was, again, similar. Like all these movies, like for a while, any horror thriller type thing was high school.
Was Disturbing Behavior in this time period?
Yes. Disturbing Behavior came out also in 1998.
Okay.
Disturbing Behavior was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved anything with Katie Holmes. So I was definitely a fan of that one. I don't remember who was the kid, the guy in that one. Oh, James Marsden.
Oh my God, really?
Yes. And then Nick Stahl was the other guy.
Okay.
So that one was also in '98. So now '98 had I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, Halloween H2O, Disturbing Behavior, The Faculty. Now that wasn't so much a horror movie. That was an alien movie.
Maybe that was Josh Hartnett. Or was he in both of those?
Josh Hartnett was in that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was the cool guy in that one.
Yeah.
I loved The Faculty. I thought that movie was so much fun.
Yep.
I think it was a Robert Rodriguez movie, and I was like really into him at the time. That was all. And then they always, it was just like the soundtrack was great, the cast was great.
It was great.
And then it was different. It was like, the kids killing their teachers.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much like a horror slasher movie.
Yeah.
But it was still set in high school, and it was like a thriller horror type thing. We also, in '98, also had Urban Legend.
Of course.
Now we're going back to more like
Next
I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah, Rebecca. What was her name?
Gayheart.
Rebecca
And
Gayheart.
she did kill someone.
And Alicia Witt, your favorite.
Wait, she's in that?
Yeah. You don't remember? Alicia
No, I
Witt
don't
was like
remember.
the main person in it.
I don't remember.
We'll have to rewatch it. Now that
I do now.
So you got your Alicia Witt from Hallmark movies then? That's the one. Oh,
Yes.
okay. Wow.
I've only seen her when she's been,
And her album, right? You were a big fan of that.
Her album, which those listening at home, please do check that out. She's got some great stuff on Apple Music.
Yeah, put it out there. So that was all in 98.
Okay.
Great selection of very similar movies.
Yeah.
And then in 99, another one that's not your traditional horror thriller type thing, but set in high school with murder involved, Jawbreaker.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one? So that one is with Rose McGowan.
Okay.
And they accidentally murder someone. Rebecca Gayheart's in that one too.
Of course she is.
They accidentally murder someone with a jawbreaker. It's like a whole thing.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
And then another one after that one, again, not like your horror thriller type thing, but also set in a high school.
Okay.
Thriller-ish. Cruel Intentions, which was a huge one. That was a sexy movie.
Oh, definitely. Now that's all had Ryan Phillippe and
Sarah Michelle Gellar and Reese Witherspoon.
Oh yeah, and Reese. Yeah.
What a cast, right?
Oof, all-star again. Another all-star one, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I was really into that one, too. The make-out scene, remember, with the little saliva strand? Ooh.
I don't remember that part, but no.
It was with Selma Blair and
Sarah Michelle Gellar. Okay,
yeah,
I do know what you're talking about now.
Kiss.
Yeah.
And they kissed. If you guys go to our
like high schools are.
Exactly. What I was going to say, we're going to show you a recreation of that on our
Patreon.
Our Patreon.
Yeah,
so go ahead and subscribe to that. But before then, let's keep going. What else do we have?
So that was all in 99. Okay. And then Scream 3 came out in 2000.
You see, I started losing the Scream by this point in time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Anytime, there's not many trilogies that are really worth checking out. There's very few.
Yeah.
And then Urban Legends Final Cut also came out in 2000. Okay. I never seen that, I don't think.
I definitely saw the first one. I don't remember about the second one.
Yeah, I don't even know if you saw the first one all the way because you don't even remember Alicia Witt being in it.
No.
And then, so that was pretty much it. So now we're at the turn of the century.
Okay.
And,
this is when the classy movies are coming out now.
Yeah, and now we're getting horror stuff like Final Destination. That really took off in 2000.
Yeah.
Again, about teenagers, but, not about your traditional, horror
this is like the one
type thing.
Someone died at the amusement park or something. I remember,
it was all weird stuff.
Yeah,
like
an airplane.
Where, death was trying to get them or something.
Yeah, your Final Destination. Yeah.
Those came. How many of those did they come out with? It was like 50 of them.
I was gonna say at least 3 or 4, right?
I remember watching those, and they legitimately gave me anxiety because it's one of those where you know it's coming, and you're just kind of waiting and waiting and waiting for
just
it.
because of the nature of the film. It was actually an interesting take on it because, like you said, you knew it was gonna come, so it's like, oh my god, when's it gonna happen? Yeah.
And then 2001, we had Jeepers Creepers.
Okay.
That one was a little bit more supernatural, but still high school students on a bus.
Yep.
Weird thing.
That to me seemed like more of the throwback kind, though.
It was.
Like a traditional, one, almost an 80s or early, like late 80s one or something.
Yeah, and that's what and I liked Jeepers Creepers a lot because of that. Yeah, because it was and that's why the same reason I like Malignant, because it reminded me a lot of that kind of little campy, and a very much a throwback to that sort of thing, Halloween type thing.
Yeah, it wasn't as slick as the other ones that were.
And then I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. Came out in 2006. That was straight to video release.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
So you watched that definitely.
I haven't yet, but maybe we'll put that on the Patreon.
Actually,
just make it out watching. Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
Perfect.
That one I looked at I got to as far as looking at the cover of the DVD, and it had.
A Blockbuster?
Nobody that just on the internet right now. It had nobody that I recognized in it. Okay. None of our previous cast.
Gotcha.
So, that was crazy. That was a crazy 3 or 4 years.
What about Valentine? Remember that one? With
Valentine's Day Massacre or whatever? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Yeah.
Let's see when that came out.
So remember there was a part like in the hot tub and she was stuck down there Somebody drilled her into the hot tub or put the lid on it. I can't remember that being around that time period too.
Valentine's Day movie. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Oh, here.
That's a 2010 rom-com.
That can't be it. Look up just Valentine.
Here, Valentine's Day movie.
I don't think it was called Valentine's
Horror.
Day. Oh yeah, it's Valentine.
Valentine.
Yeah, when was that out? 4.9 on IMDb.
2001.
Okay, so a little bit later because I did see this one.
I've never seen this one. What?
You can miss it. It's fine.
David Boreanaz. Denise Richards, Marley Shelton, and Katherine Heigl. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Some classics in it.
Remember that kid everyone ignored on Valentine's Day? He remembers you.
Yep.
I didn't even know this movie existed. Man, I have to watch this. It's got a 4.9 on IMDb, 12% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 18% on Metacritic. I am all in.
That's definitely, yeah. If you want to see about what happens when an incel gets mad, take a look at this one.
Yeah, that's what we'll be watching this Valentine's Day. We'll save it. We're only a few months away.
I know, that's crazy. But I'll be playing Elden Ring when that comes out.
You hope. You hope.
Yeah.
All right.
So I want to ask you before we move on real quick now.
So
so Hawaii's a lot of people's dream destination, right? They want to go there.
I would love to go to Hawaii.
Right. But
not
would
for
that
murder.
be where? Yes. Now, if you had to pick a location where if murder had to happen and you were involved in it, where would you want to take place so you could do what you needed to do to move on with your life? Like where would your ultimate murder place be?
So this is hypothetical, right?
Yeah.
You're not trying to jinx me. You're not trying to
no.
dig up my previous crimes.
Yes. No.
Okay.
No.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. Like where would you feel like you can maybe get away with it, try to find some things, or of course fess up and have the best chance of I guess it depends what path you would choose.
So I'm gonna have to do both.
Okay.
I would absolutely fess up if anything ever happened. I could not. I'm too anxious that I wouldn't be able to even live healthily or happily after this happened.
No.
But if I did have to,
if you were evil twin sister,
yeah. Probably, I always thought in the desert would be a good place. You get you always see in the mafia movies. They're out in Vegas, and they're okay, just drive them out to the desert because there you got all the animals, the bone, the body's just gonna in the hot sun,
just desiccated.
It's gone, and then the wolves and the buzzards are gonna come.
Oh, just pick the body apart. Okay. I like that. I mean, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh, I was thinking that's very different from my choice. Mm-hmm. My choice was Paris.
So wait, do you have to fly the body to Paris?
No, we're in Paris.
Okay, you're in Paris when you murder someone.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. And I dropped them off in the crypts down below the city.
Oh.
Yeah. It's with the forgotten tunnels.
Is that it's not. There's not a lot of people around there.
No, it's it's 2 a.m. when this whole thing happens.
Okay.
We find the way in. This is a Hollywood movie, but
you Weekend at Bernie's them down there. Put your arm around them.
Yeah. I had too much, ketamine. Yeah. And then we find a good place for the body just to decompose and become one with the crypt.
And you just lock them back up in the crypt or whatever.
Oh, I guess we could lock them in. I was just gonna find a little dark niche just to pop them over there.
So no one goes in those?
I mean, I think they do in some parts, but it's huge underground area. So we'd find the tape do not cross. How people say that in French, and be we cross and we go in.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Have you ever seen the movie As Above, So Below?
No, tell me more.
So it's set in Paris in the crypts. They go underneath the crypts. And then they go down further and further, and it gets spooky and scary.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you would love it now that I know your dream murder destination.
Well, I just thought it would, kind of fit, kind of cool, kind of creepy. If we have to, obviously, I would of course go to the French police immediately. Before that happened. But if I had these friends like this, we can't go. Oh, love's been ruined.
The worst.
Just, and they pointed me in this direction, and they were gonna kill me if I did. I'm well. Yeah. Guess we got to go down to the crypts.
Yep.
So that's
Take
it.
To the crypts.
Yeah.
All right.
I put a lot of thought into that, obviously.
You did very much. You had a whole blueprint drawn up and an escape
right
plan.
down here is where we. Yeah. All right.
All right. Let's go back. Let's talk about this show. I know what you did last summer.
TV.
The TV show. What's your rating on the first episode?
Pile of dookie.
Really?
Yeah.
Skip it.
Awful. I wish I could reclaim the last 47 minutes of my life.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. And I.
Oh my gosh. No.
I'm giving it a. If there's nothing else to watch.
Oh, okay.
I'd want to see
a binge.
This, no. It was not great.
No.
It was not great. It was convoluted and
convoluted. It was really hard to follow what was going on, and it wasn't just because we were talking. It was just.
Yeah. It was
odd.
It was strange. Like I said, a lot of characters and
were we meant to feel that way? We also were on tripping on something. Maybe it was part of it.
We did take a lot of ketamine before we watched the show.
I was numb to pretty much everything that was going on. I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was It was weird though.
But yeah, I may
Really
tune in for a second episode
Okay.
just to see like how this girl survived the year as pretending she's someone else.
Okay. Well, they did mention that, like, you should call Emily, whatever their names are. You haven't talked to them over a year.
Yes.
And I was thought that was kind of weird. You haven't talked to your friend, and now it makes perfect sense because it was a different.
She's a
They're not.
different
They weren't
person.
really friends.
Yeah.
And she knows they weren't friends because they wanted to kill her and just leave her. Well, when
Yeah, they were
thought she
totally
was dead, they
okay
just
with
let her live. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to see like kind of like what that situation is.
Yeah.
Now that she's back in Hawaii, but like I honestly could. It's funny that that's the part that I'm excited to see. I don't care who's like, I know what you did, because
Yeah.
it could be any number of people.
Yeah.
And they're probably trying to hint that like it's the twin. She's like back
Yeah.
or whatever. She
Yeah.
never was really dead.
Yeah.
But like I don't buy that.
No.
It's not going to be that.
I mean, if anything, I think it's going to be. I actually was wondering if it's going to be this. That's the only thing I'm wondering about. Is it going to be the same girl, knowing that the friends that she was with, who thought they were her sister, were so blasé about her being dead that she just wants to kill them all now because they didn't try to rescue her or save her?
Oh, so she
Right.
would do this to herself?
Yeah, just planted that to like get the word out.
Oh, I like that.
I
too.
mean, I
That's
don't
a
know.
good
That's what I
take.
thought might happen, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm not. I don't care enough to watch the rest of the show. That's
Yeah.
how bad it was.
If I watch any more, I'll let you
Yeah,
know.
let me know. Yeah.
I will. So yeah, that's all we got about this episode. I was gonna
Thank
go
the
into
Lord.
more. I was like, I don't know. I didn't even look to see how many episodes there are or whatever. It's probably like 10, 8. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Figure it out, I guess.
Yeah.
We're done with this.
I was gonna say, yeah, we'll probably check out our Patreon and tell you how many more there are coming out.
Can't push everybody to that, especially because it doesn't even exist. There's people right now on the internet trying to like find it
I
because they
know.
want to see
I
like
know.
us
Well,
just saliva
that's what-
making out.
My hope is that we get enough of a buzz that we realize that the public needs this.
Yes, and they're constantly like
Like,
harassing us.
like
where
you guys
is
keep
it?
talking about this.
Yeah.
I put it in there. I put in all your
Yeah.
names. I'm not finding anything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's $60 a month.
$60 now. I thought we said around $1 or we.
Well, now that we're getting this sweet content.
Our own OnlyFans out here.
Yes. But until we get that set up,
Okay.
you can check us out on all our socials: Pop Culture Playground, YouTube, First Steps Podcast, on everything else: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those things. And that's all I got. You got anything else to add?
No, I think. I mean, yeah, I'm ready to move on in my life.
We're going to move on with our lives. Thank you so much for checking out this episode, and we will see you back
Flip side.
here
Oh.
on the flip side next week with more First Steps.
I gave a kiss off that time. It was really classy.
That was great. All right.
I have a question for you, off-camera question.
Yeah.
I know what
Pretty
you did
big.
last summer. Does that mean like we're in the next year, like or does that mean we're in, well, like fall? Like I know what you did last summer, like just the next season.